up, so I'm ready.
Can I view it? Come on. Oh my god. Okay, you die over there. Okay.
Okay then.
Is it working? Fine, I guess if you insist, I'll pull it up on here. Ouch. Why am I being dumb? Okay, yeah, that works. Is it? Can you see the screen?
Still trying to pick a lock. Still trying to pick a
Can you
lock.
see? Can you see the screen and everything?
On what?
My stream.
I'm pulling up the stream right now.
Okay. Get on my glasses. Gotta look smart.
Gotta look smart, of course.
This should just be like my desktop there.
I see upcoming.
Click on it.
Wow. I did.
Then you should see my desktop.
I do.
Okay. So everything's working?
Yep.
Yay! I did it! Okay. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the IDE set up, the Integrated Development Environment. You can either do this or you can keep using the website. I would do this just because it's easier to get more header files in there, but it's obviously up to you. So the first thing, I have the link in the description. Just go use Chrome. I've got it bookmarked here. Up, if it does, it might start downloading immediately. If it doesn't, up here there's a little download button. Just download Windows 10, which is what I have, and it will download. I don't have it downloaded since I have to restart my computer, so yeah. Then you just launch it. You do accept. You're gonna act like you read it all. Spam next, and then install. This is just Microsoft VS Code of Visual Studio.
Your virus protection has expired.
Yep, just ignore it. Okay. And then this should pop up. I'll give you a minute. I'll give you a minute. Cuz I don't know. I know most computers aren't going to be this fast. So no offense.
It's fine. Is it Visual Studio, right?
Yeah, Visual Studio Code.
Code, alright. Found it. Code editing refined.
In the top right, there should be a download button, like right up there.
And I just got kicked out. Great.
Fun.
I hate my computer. Just gonna continue messing with this lock while I wait for my computer to be smart.
Jeopardy theme song begins playing.
Alexa, play the Jeopardy theme song. I'm kidding, I don't have my thing plugged in because I'm plugging in my phone and my computer.
No, I'll do it for you.
Play Jeopardy theme song.
No, not this. Come on. Come on. No, not another ad. Come on.
Oh, right. Reese's.
Too many
I guess it's a tie.
Okay.
Is it the Amazon official site?
No?
Why does it say Amazon official site? That's the first thing that pops up.
Okay, let me...
Coding redefined, downloading for Windows.
Yes.
Okay.
Not exactly... This is the easy thing to download. The compiler's the hard thing.
Oh no. Download already. It says getting started.
Okay. Wait. Like with this kind of window open? Like is Visual Studio Code open like at the bottom taskbar?
That's not what my screen looks like.
Is there like a little X you can click up here?
There's an X in the top and towards the. Oh yeah, it's downloading.
Let me see if I can like just relaunch it.
Hold on, it says it's downloading.
This might be closer to what you have.
It says it's downloading.
Okay. Well, you're getting somewhere then.
Yeah. Hey, I did it.
And then something like this should pop up.
I picked the lock again.
Nice little way to pass the time.
That's the way to pass the time. Alright, now time to read lock the padlock. Don't mind me trying to teach myself how to pick locks. I'm gonna end up breaking into the school. Before nothing. 7 seconds left. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Yeah. Can we open this now? Open file. Open.
Okay, you should also get Discord on the computer so you can screen share so it's easier for me. You don't- you-
Agreement.
Accept it, because you definitely read the whole thing. All it's saying is like you're not going to edit
I
it.
accept the agreement.
All it's saying is like the copyright stuff on their end and things like that.
Install. I have a bobby pin with me.
Interesting.
I took it out of my hair. So that's perfect for picking locks. I'm just gonna go around at the school with this thing and try and pick the lock the entire day and see how people react. Extracting files.
Okay, you're getting somewhere now. You're really getting somewhere.
Finish.
And then it should open up.
It says it's loading. Will this work now? Can I open the file now? Please let me open the gosh dang file. Oh. Why do I got like dude, I got like 70 of these open now.
Did you spam the button?
Kind of.
Oh my god. Okay, that's on you.
I'm sorry, okay?
Okay, well, about 10 minutes in and we've officially downloaded one thing.
Shut up! I'm trying my hardest.
If you're gonna struggle with this, you're gonna really struggle with the compiler.
I accept the agreement, okay? Now I gotta go through this all again. Next. Install.
Like with the compiler, you have to like go through the terminal and things like that.
Oh no.
But like I'll explain like what to type and stuff.
If I can't pick this like I did the first time, it's gonna make me extremely angry.
Oh,
Try again. Try again. Ignore the error and continue. Close the applications.
is it struggling that hard with this? This is a light application.
It's called my computer sucks, okay?
Okay, I'm just curious here. On the taskbar, you know, like where you go to open up apps,
Yes.
in like a blank area, right click or use both fingers and click on Task Manager. Okay. Got it?
Task manager. Yeah, I found it.
Something like this might pop up. Click on more details.
Yeah.
Go to performance. What CPU does it say you have, like right there?
Like, what do you mean by stat? Like, what do you mean?
You see how on mine it says AMD Ryzen 7 5700? Do you see what like where I am?
Hold on. My thing is like being late, so.
I
Oh,
am
the CPU? CPU?
Yeah.
Like,
What?
what do you mean? There's multiple things that pop up.
Up here, there should be like a big. Do you see? Are you still on my stream?
Yes.
You see how mine here says AMD Ryzen 7 5700?
Mine won't say that.
It should say something else.
Mine says Intel R Core TM.
Can you do video call on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we try?
Sure.
You may have to do something because it won't let me. Nice, hung up. Video call, it won't let me.
Yeah, it won't let me either.
That's mean.
It is very.
Okay. It says Intel R what?
Intel R Core TM
Core.
i3 dash. Like that.
Okay, what? Intel Core i3 what? Dash what?
Core TM
Yeah.
i3 dash 8145U.
That it?
And then it's a CPU at 2.10 GHz.
How many cores does it say it has?
2.
Okay. So it is going to be slower. In memory, how much memory does it say you have? I'm just really curious here. Like with how much you're struggling, I'm curious, you know.
In use?
Total. Like at the top. Like mine
At the
says.
top?
Mine
At
says.
the top corner?
You see how mine says 32 gigabytes?
Mine says 4.0.
Okay. That explains some of this.
Okay, my computer sucks. Just say it. I can hear you typing.
I'm not even typing. I'm not touching my keyboard.
That's your stream.
Okay. Press Windows and R, and you should see a run box that pops up. Correct?
Click what?
Windows and R, and run should pop up. I'm trying to figure out if I can give you more RAM, like more memory.
I do not know
Just type in.
where.
Oh,
Ring?
do you see where it says type here to search?
You mean like the normal Google search?
No, like on the taskbar. Where there's a little search icon. Click on that and type run.
I do not know what you're trying to get me to look at.
Okay, are you on my stream? Are you on my stream?
Yes, I'm on your stream, but it's late. It's like laggy. It's like showing like. Oh, hold on. Okay, it's at the part where I'm like getting started stream.
Okay. See in the bottom left where it says type here to search. Like of the whole screen.
I gotta get rid of all of this. Go away, I don't care. Type here to search at the very. Yeah.
Click on that and type run. R-U-N.
Run, just straight run.
Yep, and then
Oh,
enter.
yeah?
That's it, and then press enter. And then a teeny box should pop up.
Yes.
Okay, type msinfo32.
In.
Like M as in mom. S. Info. 32. No spaces.
32. Is that all caps or all lowercase?
All lowercase. And then press enter.
Okay.
And then a bigger box should pop up.
It says Windows cannot find IMS Wait, what is it?
Um,
I want to make sure I typed it in right.
MS Info 32. I'll text you.
Alright. Most of the stream so far is just about you trying to help me.
Yeah. If you can upgrade your RAM, I might next time I see you with your computer, I'll just throw more memory in your computer. I will.
That would be great. Oh, alright, I got it.
And then a bigger box should pop up.
Yeah, like a huge box with
A lot of information.
Yeah, system summary.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a piece of paper and I'm gonna take notes here. I'm taking notes
Okay.
this time.
Okay. I'm still trying to pick this lock.
Okay, pencil. Okay. Information I need. You ready?
Okay.
I need. Where is it? You see where it says baseboard product?
Yeah.
What does it say?
TP412FA.
TP412FA.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you still have Task Manager open?
No, I don't know. That system information, I don't have it open.
Then
so.
go ahead and open it again. I should have done this
Okay.
before.
Close. Task manager.
And then
Alright.
back to performance and memory. Okay?
Okay.
See what I'm trying to explain this here. You see where it says speed, slots used, form factor, hardware reserved?
Yes.
What's the speed?
It says 24.
Like 2400?
It says 24 dot dot dot.
Okay, just expand it. Like if you hover your cursor on the side of it, just pull it out. And a bigger number should.
Ooh. Yeah, okay.
What is the number?
It's 2400.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
And then slots used. What's slots? What does it say?
One of two.
Ooh, you can upgrade. Yay. And form factor.
SODIM.
Okay, back to this thing. Wait,
Back to the big box.
I think. I'm trying to figure out if it tells me here. Fine, screw you, don't tell me. Okay, go back to getting Visual Studio installed. I'm gonna do research, okay?
Alright.
Okay.
Hey, done?
What?
It says start, new file, open folder, or open a walkthrough.
Oh, congratulations, it's installed.
What?
Well, the IDE is.
Oh no.
Okay. Now you're gonna go on the left side. You see what the bottom button on the top, kind of. You see what says extensions if you hover over it. It's like 3 building.
Extensions, but yeah.
Okay, click
Like
on
the
that.
box.
Yeah, click on that. Then a bunch of stuff should pop up.
It says installed popular Python.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
In search extension in marketplace, type C++. And the first one should say C/C++.
Yeah.
Install it. This adds the support for the language.
Error while installing C/C++.
Do it again!
extension. What do I do now?
Did it install?
No, it says, oh, wait. Plus install. Install. I'm having very difficult things happening to my computer currently. Try downloading it. No, that works. Now we gotta install. Install sex. File. Where do I put the file name? See? I'm having difficult times here. Okay. So, right now, it said error while installing C/C++ extension. Please check the log for more details.
Okay, open up your File Explorer. How much room do you have on the computer? I feel like I should probably ask that.
Where's the file explorer?
The little file folder in the taskbar.
File.
You see? Then you're gonna go see where it says this PC.
Yes.
Click on that. Click on that. You should see where it says
Okay.
local disk C.
I see devices and drives.
Okay. How much room does it say it has?
It says I have 62.6 gigabytes free.
Okay, then you're good.
17.
Okay, try installing C/C++ again. Or just send me a picture of what it says. Like, of your whole screen. We've been live for about 30 minutes now. We've successfully installed the IDE.
I'm sorry, my computer sucks.
It's fine. I have nothing better to do on a Thursday night.
Neither do I.
Okay, not of that. Not that. The Visual Studio Code error.
What do I do?
Just close the File Explorer and take a picture of the thing behind it. This is a unique situation you're in right now.
I'm sorry. My computer absolutely sucks.
It keeps my life interesting.
Glad to know I'm here to help.
Okay, that is what I need. Okay, click install again. And tell me if it pops up again.
It says error.
Okay, click try downloading manually. What pops up?
White screen with a bunch of code.
Oh my god. Fun. Okay. Go get rid of C++ in the top in the search button, type code runner. See if this works at least.
Wait. So, what do you want me to do?
Instead of searching for C++, search code runner.
Okay.
Is that a touchscreen computer?
Yes.
It looked. The fact that I was able to figure that out from just looking at it.
So, code runner?
Yeah, code runner.
Code runner. Alright, so I see one that says .run.
Yep, that's it. And then install that. We'll try to install that.
Is it like the lettering orange?
Yeah, it should say code runner and .run in orange.
Yes.
The description says Run C, C++, Java, JavaScript, PHP, Python, Perl, Ruby, Go, Lua,
Yeah.
Groovy, PowerShell.
I see that. It says error while trying to
Penis. What was that? Oh, okay. Here, see where it says, in the taskbar on the right side, do you see that little up arrow kind of thing?
right side.
By the temperature?
Yes.
Click that and what all's there.
The Bluetooth, the Shield, Spotify, Skype, I think that is. Yeah, Skype, OneDrive. Then I have the memory CPU thing.
Okay. You can double click, like right click on OneDrive, and you can say and you can click on exit for that. You don't need OneDrive. Skype you can close.
I don't have. I'm not signed into any of these.
I know, it's things that the computer likes to just
So
run.
do I just click quit Skype?
Yeah, quit. Goodbye.
Quit OneDrive. OneDrive is connected. That's all it says. I can't get rid of one. It says I can't get rid of OneDrive.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to help you next time I see you.
Yeah.
Okay. For now, you can just... I'm gonna install my compiler. You can use... For what we're doing today, you can use the web version, okay?
Alright.
Now just give me... You can go back to picking locks while I install... Take 2 hours to install this compiler, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Let's see. C++, GCC on
I think
Windows.
this is something I'm actually kind of good at now.
Okay, enjoy.
Go watch your live while you do this.
This could take me anywhere from 5 minutes to 3 hours. Okay.
So, if I unlock it with a key, put that in there. What is that in there? I need. What type of anything else? That goes through at a diagonal. So.
The nice thing with how old your computer is, I doubt there's even a warranty on it anymore, so I can literally just rip open the back of it and throw more memory in.
That work?
And because of what type of memory that computer has, I'm pretty sure I have some just sitting around here. So that'll make it easy.
I'm currently getting very frustrated.
Yeah, do you see what I'm dealing with right now?
Okay, so if that goes through like that comes
Pac-Man,
here.
Ming, WW64, UCRT, x86 _ 64 -GCC.
I like how you're saying that a lot.
Yes! That's everything I had to type in, and that's not it yet.
This is getting so frustrating.
Pac-Man S needed base devil Ming W-W64 -x86 _ 64 tool chain. All. Fine. Yes.
did it. Hayden,
Did what?
I finally unlocked it.
You re-unlocked it again?
Yeah.
Good job, I guess.
Trying to do it again.
Nothing's more of a nightmare than installing like an extra header file, like that's not included with the language. There's this one header file called raylib.h, which has a bunch of like 2D game functions that you can use. It took me like 6 hours to implement that into my compiler. Okay. Now that I did that, I can close this.
If I
And
were
now,
to tell my friends
I'm gonna
I
go
learned how to pick
settings. Edit environment variables for my account. Oh, you close that on me. You dare close that? Shame on you. Edit environment. Okay. We go here. Okay.
Do you think Elodie would be terrified if I had learned how to pick locks?
Yes.
Good thing.
Edit.
You know you're giving out your full name on here.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay then. I need the bobby pin. The bobby pin is my last resort.
Path. Edit. New. Paste. Okay. Okay.
Maybe.
CMB.
My hands are getting really sweaty with how frustrated I'm getting.
Okay.
I did it!
Now I'm gonna make sure that I've got my compiler working.
Hayden, you better not have any padlocks on anything that you might need to keep secret.
I don't have padlocks. So.
Cousin has a padlock on her back door. Gonna successfully break into my cousin's house. I did it again! I'm gonna message Elodie about my accomplishments. Actually, I'm just gonna text the giant group chat.
Oh shoot! I gotta reload. Alright. Throw that down there. Okay. Okay, I got it working. I'm proud of myself.
I texted the giant
Okay.
group chat.
Okay, are we ready to begin finally?
I'm gonna get Notepad up because my computer's not working with anything, so I'm just gonna make notes.
I've got. You can use the website version if you want.
Does it allow me to use the website version?
You should be able to. The online GDB.
Just the online version of the...
It's the online one, and some header files don't work, but I know which ones do and which ones don't. So.
The Visual Studio thing?
The website is onlinegdb.com. This thing.
Wait, what is it? GBD?
GDB.
GDB.com.
And then language, make sure you select C++, and then you can go get rid of everything here. Control A, back.
Alright, I gotta.
Is it working?
I gotta get rid of all these tabs I have open on my computer as well.
How many do you have open?
I only have 4 open. Because of the ginormous pain I had to go through to try get to the.
Yeah, I'll have to help you out next time I see you with the computer.
Oh, hey.
There's only so much I can do over the phone, you know.
Alright,
Okay, is it working?
popping back on your stream, yes.
Okay, you have everything gone in here, and it's C++.
Alright, yeah, I have it open.
Oh, Ellie sent the chat.
Oh, he's on the chat?
No, she sent me a chat.
Oh.
Okay, you ready to begin?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna use this just because I like this better personally, okay?
Okay.
So the first thing that we include, I'm just getting things set up here. You need the header file, which is just hashtag include, and the one I use for everything in this will be IOStream. That stands for input output stream, just basic input and output stuff. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna grab these notes that you gave me earlier. To see if this maybe helps because like your screen's kind of blurry for me.
Okay, not the best internet.
So it's the IO stream in those
In
arrows, right?
the greater than less than signs.
Yeah.
What IOStream is, it stands for input output stream. That's what it stands for.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Sounds so fascinated. And then
I am.
to keep it organized, I'm going to go down 2 lines just because I'm an organization freak with code.
Alright, I'm just gonna copy because.
And then I'm going to make typing easier, I'm going to go using namespace STD. Now, contrary to popular belief, STD here does not stand for sexually transmitted disease.
Okay, hold on. Did Ellie tell you I said that earlier?
Well, most people do.
Okay, so what did you put
Where?
for the 2 lines down?
I just do a couple enters on the keyboard.
Yeah, but what did you write on that line?
The next one's using namespace STD. All that's telling the computer is, if on things like standard input and output, instead of needing to say STD : it just automatically assumes that you mean that before it. To make it easier if you're saying that a lot.
Is it supposed to stay white?
Yours might stay white. But yours,
Okay.
you're using namespace should change color, I believe, but STD will be white.
Yeah, mine turned orange. So put the S. So
Okay.
do I have to put anything after the STD?
That will have a semicolon.
Okay.
Almost everything has a semicolon at the end.
Alright.
And then you can go 2 more lines down because organization is fun.
Yes.
And then we're going to create the main function, which you should see in the notes packet or whatever. That's int main,
Yeah.
then a pair of parentheses, nothing inside of them. And then these little squirrely brackets, and then you can go down a few lines, then return 0. This, you have the packet. You see it.
Int main. Int main and then that.
The only semicolon inside of this, however, will be after the return 0 inside of it. Because
I'm trying to make sure this is right. I think so. So
And
then after int main,
there should be a pair of parentheses, nothing inside of them, just there.
I'm gonna send you. In this room.
It is kind of hard to explain a whole programming language, like especially one like C++ straight off the bat, you know.
Yeah.
But it's possible. I've learned it. Would it be easier for most people to learn Python first? Yes, but do I want to teach Python first? No, because I don't like Python.
Okay.
Yes, like that. And then when you press enter, there should be another, there should be the other squirrely bracket.
Yeah, I see that.
And then you can go down a few lines and type return 0. And then the return 0 will have a semicolon at the end.
Just go down one line?
Okay, it's up to you how many. Just, I do a few so that way it looks kind of clean when I type the code.
Okay, I think I got this. Okay.
All the main function is when you run the file or when you run the script, as it's called, it'll go straight to running that.
Okay.
Okay, and then let me know when you got that done.
So I have to return 0.
Okay, and there's a semicolon behind the 0.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna want to get into a habit of doing that. I still forget. Day one of the computer science thing, I forgot a semicolon and I felt stupid. I do that enough. Okay, now to make sure everything's working, we're going to display some basic output. All we're going to do is C out, no space. You can remember that it's C out because what language? It's C++. And it's output, so out.
So I just put enter
Huh?
after the return 0.
Okay, everything will be above return 0, okay? Return 0 is like at the end of the program.
So I just go up a line?
A line or two above the return 0.
Alright.
And then you're going to go C out, and then you're going to do 2 less than signs, space, and then we're going to type in a string literal inside of double quotes. What are double quotes, Ella?
I'm sorry. Okay.
And you can type any text. I'm just going to say hello world because that's what most people do. And don't forget a semicolon, Hayden.
It's C out, less than.
Inside of double quotes, there should be another one. When you type 1, there should be the other one that appears, I believe.
I'm just gonna put hello world because
That's what most people do, but you can say literally anything in there.
Okay.
Don't forget the semicolon like I like to.
Okay, I didn't forget the semicolon.
Didn't you see it?
Is the semicolon a space after?
No, you can immediately after.
Okay.
And then you see that fancy little green run button?
Yes.
Try that. And then if everything worked, it should pop up saying, hello world, program finished with exit code 0 or whatever.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you did it!
Yay!
Okay. I'm going to pull up my little thing now. I'm going to turn off my display capture here for a minute, just because personal information. And I don't know what the next thing was I was going to talk about.
I'm gonna change the string thing.
The reason that's called a string literal is because you're literally printing what's inside of the double quotes.
You know how when we were on the phone before, how you said that you expected me to ask what a string literal is, but I asked what a double quote was?
Yes, I know.
That was not my fault.
Okay. The next thing I want to say real quick, because this will make it easier later. A comment is something that's just simply completely ignored by the computer. So you can use it to either like temporarily get rid of a line of code, or just like keep a note to yourself, or I guess you could write a whole novel if you're some people.
Like me.
Exactly. All you do is do two forward slashes, and then like this is a comment.
This is a comment?
This is a comment after 2 forward slashes. It should like change a different color.
And it like italicizes it?
Sometimes it does that. in VS Code it just turns green.
I don't know how to spell.
It's fine. You can say anything. It will ignore it as long as there's 2 forward slashes. And then if you run,
I'm just gonna put my name.
and then if you run it again, you should get the exact same outcome. A comment you do not need, as long as it's on its own line, you do not need a semicolon.
Yeah, I have that.
Then the exact same outcome should happen.
Yeah.
Good. Congratulations, you made your first comment.
Because as you put in the notes, the text that's inside the slashes will not be used.
Okay. Now, get comfortable because I'm going to explain some variables.
Okay,
So, get comfortable.
I am.
There are 6 different types of variables I have to go over.
Okay.
First one, a string. Here, I'm going to go, all we do, since we're using namespace std, we don't have to say standard string. We're going to just go string, space, give it a name. I'm going to call it my string because I'm just that creative, okay? Equals.
Hold on. I'm trying to figure out what you're doing.
Variables I didn't do a very good job explaining in the packet, I don't think. I could have done better.
So, I see the... Okay, I'm confused.
Okay, let me kind of start over here, okay?
Okay.
A variable is anything a value that can be changed, that can be gotten from the user. You can set it yourself, and you can use it in multiple places in your program, okay?
Okay.
The first type is a string. A string you can store just about anything inside of. So, what I recommend doing, get a new fresh line of code here. I'm gonna get rid of the hello world, okay?
Alright, I'll get rid of that too.
Just because it'll make us have like a clean slate. And to make a string or to make a variable, the first thing you do is type what type of variable you're making. So
Okay.
in this case, we are making a string. So no capitals, we just type string, space,
Yeah.
and then the next thing you type is what you want to name it. I'm gonna call it my string, but just name it something you can remember. Then you can do a space again, equals, space. Anything that is a string, so anything that's text like that, is in double quotes. What is a double quote? I'm not gonna let it go, I'm sorry. Okay, and then you can give it a text, so like, you can say like your YouTube channel's name, or whatever. And then that will end in a semicolon, outside of the double quote. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Better than it did before?
Yeah.
Good. And now, to test to make sure it's working, we can go cout for an output, less than. But instead of using double quotes this time, we're in no quotes at all, we're just going to type my string, or whatever you named it. Because if we were to put double quotes, you'd literally be printing the word my string. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Without double quotes, you're printing whatever that variable is. So if you run it, it should print whatever you set the value of your variable to.
Did I spell... Is string supposed to change color?
Let me check. I'm typing the whole thing in your web version real quick.
I see that.
Okay, no. String will not change color.
Okay, good. So it's just string and then space and then whatever you want to name it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then equals, and then since it's a string, it's inside of double quotes, and then you're going to set the value of whatever you want it to be.
So how do you put the value? Like, what do you put for the value?
And whatever you want your string to be. Like, it can be anything, like any word, any sentence. Like, I set plutonium because that's my YouTube channel. But it can be just about anything.
orphan.
Okay, fine. And then, do you have the output written yet? Like the C out?
The C out, less than, my string, equal, double quote, whatever.
Okay, so the first, can you kind of make out what my screen looks like?
Yes.
Okay, so on the first line inside the function, it says string, my string equals plutonium. Okay. And then I go on a different line, and I go C out, less than, my string, semicolon. That's all you need to do to print something.
I'm just looking at your screen to make sure I have this right. My string, whatever, string, equal, whatever.
This language is one of the easier ones to explain the main function. In Java, you have to explain the main method, and that's hell. Like it's like public string args, something or other.
Alright, I have everything you have.
Okay, and then if you run it, it should be able to print out whatever your value was.
Error expected.
Okay, what does it say?
Error expected.
You can use.
I don't have anything. I don't have anything before count.
Does when you declare the string, does it have a semicolon behind it?
Is it supposed to?
Yes, it should. Did you forget your first semicolon?
Yes.
You think up so quick.
Dude, my computer is frozen.
Oh, fun.
Did I fix it? Did I just fix it? Please tell me I fixed it.
Yeah, computers are fun.
Computers are amazing.
More
String, then right before the name, or after the string and the string?
at the end of the entire line, after everything, is your semicolon. Like that's
So,
the semicolon's like the period at the end of a sentence.
After the double quote.
After everything. After everything in that line, it's the semicolon. It's like, you can think of it as like the period at the end of a sentence.
Error, no match for operator.
Picture plays. Whole screen.
I'm sorry.
I've done my share of debugging in the computer science club, so.
There.
You're not the worst person with this, so don't feel bad. Okay. I'm trying to explain how to explain this. Okay, so where it says string, Reese, or whatever,
Yeah.
that's where you're saying what you want the value of Reese to be equal to.
Yeah.
So if you want it to print orphan in your case, you want to set it to orphan. Not
So,
the rose shower.
count.
With the count, all you're saying is character output. It's the C stands for character. I'm just gonna say that. So if I say character output, I'm just talking about count, okay?
So I just put the same thing.
All it is count Reese. Semicolon. You don't need the equals orphan down there. I feel so
No?
bad.
Okay.
I feel so bad saying that.
The funny thing about it is Reese is my middle name. So when you say Reese and orphan in the same sentence.
Where it says rose shower, those are the double quotes that you're assigning the value to Reese.
Oh, orphan. Program finished with exit code 0. Press enter to exit.
Good job.
Yay! Finally.
And then, one thing you can do, see after it says yours, it says Reese,
Yeah.
in output, you can go before the between Reese and the semicolon. You can go space, do 2 more less than signs, and then end
Space.
and L. That says end line. That'll like end the line, and it'll go to a new line when it wants to display
So
something else.
NL?
End L, one word. And if you run it, you should still get the exact same output because that's all we have, you know. But
Yep, got it.
okay, then what you can do, if you go enter again, you can go to a new line, and then you don't need to say string again. We're going to change the value of it. All you do, my string, or in your case, Reese, space equals, double quotes again, and then type, inside the double quotes, type what you want the new value to be. So, I'll type Hayden.
So confusing. Hold on.
I'm trying to explain how to change the value, just so you know.
So I put string.
You don't, once you declare that it's a string at the beginning when you're making the variable, you don't need to say that anymore.
Okay, so I just put Reese then.
Yeah, Reese equals, double quotes, and then the new value.
Equals. Double quotes. So just anything for the new value?
It still has to be a string, so inside of double quotes, but then you can change it to whatever you want. We're spending this long on one variable type. But strings are the hardest, in my opinion, so.
Alright, I think I got
And
that.
then you can go ahead, character output, my string, or Reese again, to see if it works.
Okay, wait, what?
After
Okay,
you
so
after you change the value, you can go down a couple more lines and do another output, and then my string or Reese in your case.
So output, I just put OP.
Character output less than space, then the name of your variable.
I gotta look at the output thing because I'm dumb.
And remember, no double quotes in the output line
Okay,
because
tell me what to type because I'm an absolute idiot.
okay, you've changed the you have the Reese equals the new value, correct?
Yes.
Okay, C out or count less
Yeah.
than Reese
Okay.
semicolon. It should be the same thing as before you change the value.
Alright.
Like you can even copy and paste. It's the same thing. And then when you run it, you should have 2 lines of text. The old value, then the new
Error.
value.
Error.
Okay. Picture time.
I think I fixed it.
Oh, if you fixed it, that's good.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, picture then.
Expected semicolon before count. I didn't put semicolon before count.
Check the end of your lines. Where did you forget the semicolon?
At the new thing.
Congratulations, you're really learning.
Alright, it's compiling program.
And then you should have 2 lines of text.
Still compiling.
Okay. How's your day been?
Oh my god. Lost connection. Do I gotta run it again? Program finished with exit orphan and then new thing. Yeah, I got that.
So it works?
Yes.
Okay, congratulations. You know how to somewhat use strings.
Yay!
Okay, the next variable type. A character. I'm going to get rid of all the code except for the return 0 inside the main function, okay?
And the int main? Okay, so get rid of...
Kind of like what we
everything
did before we
except
started using strings, okay?
for- Okay.
A character is just like a string, except it can have one thing inside of it. Whether that's a number, letter, or symbol. One thing, okay?
Okay.
To call one, you go CHAR for character, just car or char.
char.
Yep. And then space. That's because that's the type of variable you're making.
Yeah.
Then name it something. My car. Or, I guess if you want to call it Reese again, do whatever. Because unless you didn't get rid of the string, you
I
now.
got rid of the string.
Okay, then you can name it whatever you want again. It can be the same
So the
thing.
name is in double quotes, correct?
Okay, the name is just by itself. No quotes or anything.
Okay.
Then equals space. Now here, a character is in single quotes, not double, single. So
So single quote.
you type it the same way as a double quote, just no shift.
So after I put like the name inside the single quotes, what do I do?
Okay, the name. Okay, I'm trying to visualize what your screen looks like.
I deleted what was inside the single quotes.
Okay, so it should say char, space, whatever you named it, not inside of single quotes yet.
Yeah.
Equals space, single quotes, and then type one anything inside of there. I'm gonna type an exclamation point. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay.
I'm gonna do the dollar sign.
Okay, it'll work. And then don't forget a semicolon. At the
I'm
end,
sorry.
I do it too. So I'm making sure you don't make my mistake again. And then to make sure it works, you can go count my character or whatever you named it.
So count my character.
Assuming you named it that. And then you can run it, and it should print your dollar sign or my exclamation point.
Okay, so for the single quote, I put
Can you see my stream, or do you want me to send you a picture of what mine looks like?
I forgot to set my colon again.
I even emphasized that.
Wait, count.
Yeah, I feel like
I put count my. Hold on, I'm looking at your screen right now. So
I can make this a little bit bigger for you.
I think I got it now.
I made my screen bigger.
That helped a little bit, yeah. So count less than my char.
Because that's why I named my variable. And you can see that down here.
For so count my char.
I can't hear
So
you.
count space less than space.
Even though you don't seem like, you probably don't feel like you're doing very good. You're doing a lot better than most people would. I just want to say that.
Alright, thank you. Very nice of you.
I know.
Okay.
And then your dollar sign appeared?
Yeah.
Okay. And you still have an idea how to change the value of that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
We're done with characters. It's that easy.
Yeah.
Notice how much quicker that was than strings?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get rid of all that again.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know, in math class, do you know what an integer is?
Yes.
Okay, that's the next one. It's literally the same thing, except you can see in the packet how there's that max number and minimum number.
For the which part?
If you go to like one of the last pages, the common variable types.
Variable types, I guess.
Okay.
And now we're on integer. Yeah.
Okay. You usually won't have to worry about those numbers, but I wanted to make sure I gave you the right thing in there. Okay?
Okay.
So, to declare one of those, all you do is int space, then the name of it, my int, or whatever. I'm just that creative today. Equals space.
Hold on, I can't see your screen because your screen's late for me. Hold
Okay. The nice thing about anything that's a number, you don't need any quotes of any type. You could literally just say like 8
Equals
semicolon.
Alright.
You don't need any quotes of any type with numbers. And then you can go down, output my int. Let me know when you've got that far.
Enter.
And then let me know when you're ready to forget the semicolon. See, for people who don't remember semicolons, Python's their language where you don't need semicolons. But because of how much I use C++ when I code in Python, I end up putting a semicolon and it yells at me for having one.
I got it.
And it works?
Yeah.
Congratulations, you did it first try.
Woo!
Okay.
I didn't forget a semicolon this time.
Okay. We're done with integers already. Okay? Strings are really annoying, that's why it took so long. The next one is a double. To make one, it's pretty easy. All you type is double. My double is what I'm gonna call it. Equals. A double can be a decimal, and it cannot be more than 15 places. So I can go 3.14. Does that make sense?
Hold on.
I just want to say that I will use probably double the most. And after we're done with variables, what was I saying?
I'm trying to see if I got this right so far. I got it right so far. Okay.
Okay, then you can go display my double. So output my double. Run it. And whatever you said should appear. Once again, since it's a number, you need no quotes of any type. Yippee.
Hold on. I gotta watch for this. I hate when my thing's so slow. Count. My double. Yeah. Run.
Did it work? I shouldn't have closed the Jeopardy theme song.
I did it. Yes.
In all honesty, you're being probably the fastest person at all this. Like you're catching on to this faster than anybody in the programming club.
I just noticed I haven't been taking notes this entire time, so.
Don't worry, I'll bring like a huge like exam paper to you on Monday.
Really?
You weren't supposed to be happy about that.
Well, I am.
I mean, if you really want me to.
Yes, please.
Okay. Do you want me to go over float? It's the exact same thing as a double, but it's only 7 digits.
Hold on, I gotta write this real quick. equals number or number decimal under out there.
And I want to say in the high school in the high school here, this is the hardest programming language they teach.
Really?
It's like the most advanced one. So if you know it already, it's going to be pretty easy. Well,
Okay, then.
easier, you know.
Easier.
Cause, well, unless you're like me with Python, which gets in where the computer yells at you for every semicolon you add. Like it always yells at me for adding semicolons because I'm used to it. Okay, so you have double understood now.
I'm currently trying to find the page I just wrote on. So I cannot find the paper I just wrote on.
Sounds like me.
Oh, I just found it. Where did it go? There, right here. Okay.
Okay. A float, I'm not going to make an example for it, but instead of saying double, you just type float, and it is the exact same thing as a double, except instead of 15 digits, it's 7. Okay? Does that make sense?
I gotta write that down. So,
A float is pretty much the exact same thing as a double, just only 7 digits.
float name equals number this under 15 semicolon.
Oh, I guess I should probably say this real quick. I don't think I haven't told you yet. C++ is the most popular language in video games.
Really?
It is.
Yes. Okay, so I got that.
Okay. And a Boolean is used, one of them used the most in video games. You probably already read what it is now that I'm talking about it, haven't you?
I don't know, honestly.
Okay. To create one, you're gonna type bool, B-O-O-L, okay? Space, my Boolean, or whatever you want to call it. Space,
Hold on.
equals, okay?
I can't see what you're doing, so. L
B-O-O-L,
I
space, then whatever you want to name it. And
equals
a Boolean can have one of two values. It's either going to be true or false. Okay?
so bool name equals true or false?
Yeah, so I'm going to call this one true. It's going to be true.
This one's gonna be false.
Okay, fine. And then you can go down, you can display it, character output, my Boolean. Now, what you will notice, I almost just forgot a semicolon. Oh my god. It will not say true or false. If you said false, you'll say you should output 0. Am I correct?
Yes.
Mine says 1. That's true. That's because that's what the computer reads, okay? But for us, we just need to know it's either going to be true or false, okay? We're not. I don't believe that we're ever going to have to output one like that. Like, they're going to be used like when we're trying to figure out, like an if statement, if you want the computer to look to see if something's true. Does that make sense? Okay.
Trying to see if I got this right. I got it!
Okay. We're done with variables.
Yay!
Well, we're done going through them. We're going to use them on almost everything, but we probably want to go through it before we start using them. Okay.
Where'd my pencil go? I can't find where my pencil went.
Okay, now we're gonna start going into polymorphism. No, I'm just joking. I'm funny. You should laugh. Okay. Okay. At about 11, I'm gonna go for the night, but I'll call you again tomorrow. But we got 15 minutes still. Okay.
Alright.
Okay. The next thing, standard input. Now, we can make this. You can interact with our things now after the codes are in. So now we get to have fun.
Yay.
So the first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna say we're gonna create a string. Call it a name. Do not assign a value. Just say string name semicolon. Okay. So right now there is a variable. It is a string. It's called name, but it does not have a value yet. Does that make sense?
So, string. Name. Semicolon.
So there's now a string called name, but it does not have a value. Okay.
Okay.
Now what you can do is you can go character output less than. You're gonna type a literal string now, so you're gonna have double quotes here. Okay. And you're just gonna say like enter your name.
Wait, so is it count car?
Huh?
So for the character output,
It's just when I say character output, it's just count. The reason I say character output is because the C in it stands for character and out stands for output. That's why I say it like that.
Oh, okay. So
But
enter your name.
and then on the very next line, I do the next line because they're kind of like tied together, you know.
Yeah.
Character input, so C in, so sin, kin, I guess. You're gonna do two greater than signs, like going the other way.
Yeah.
Name. So whatever, it'll pop up with like an input prompt for the user, and whatever they type in there will get stored.
Is name in double or single quotes?
A name isn't going to be in any quotes because it's the name of a variable.
Ah. So it's string name semicolon enter count less than and enter your name in double quotes and then
Semicolon.
integrate. Yeah.
Okay, and
I
then
got that.
and then C in greater
Yeah, I
than
got
greater than name. Okay, and then we're gonna go down two more lines because we got to stay organized here.
Yep.
As long as it's on a new line, it'll be fine. But we gotta be organized. Character output again. C out or count less than name. So we're gonna display the value of name. Does that make sense?
So is name not in anything?
It's in nothing because it's the name of the variable.
Alright.
And then if you run it, you see how. Tell me what happens if you run it.
It said error expected semicolon.
Okay, where did you put the semicolon?
Oh. Okay. I'm a dumbass.
I do it too, so don't feel bad.
There we go.
Does it come up with like a prompt for you to type something?
Yeah.
Okay, enter a name. So like, I'm gonna do plutonium. You can type Ella or whatever. Then press enter, and since we want it to display it, it should display it on the next line.
Enter your name. Pros. Program finished. With exit code 0. Press enter to exit console.
So it did display it.
Yes.
Good job. That's standard input.
Yay!
Now you want to see some really cool jazz?
Hold on, I gotta write this down first. Obviously, because I'm trying not to forget a day after I started learning.
Okay, I took an 18-hour course on this programming language, so I kind of know what I'm doing at this point.
So...
Okay, you want to do? Let me know when you're done, because I'm going to show you something really cool. Okay.
Okay,
You done?
hold on.
Okay. Okay. You know how you know that using namespace std at the top?
What?
You know how we say using namespace std at the top?
Yeah.
If we didn't have that, on everything inside of a main function except for the return thing, we would have to, instead of going straight to like count, sin, string, we'd have to start with std : every one of them.
Yeah.
But that's why we use the namespace. It makes it a lot easier.
That makes sense.
But technically you don't have to. But if you did get rid of it, we would have like 4 errors in the program.
Alright.
Now you want to see something really cool?
Yeah.
If you go, we're gonna go less than here again. And now between these sets of less than signs, we're gonna go add a string literal, and say hello space, and then it's gonna look kind of like that. Does this kind of make sense, like what it looks like?
Hold on. Like I said, your thing is light.
Oh, that's big. Okay, that's as big as I can go without it being like in my face.
Hello.
Does that make sense of what that kind of might do?
All it says is enter your name.
Okay, if you run it, it's going to ask you to enter your name again, correct?
Yes.
Enter your name, then press enter.
Whoa! That is awesome!
What is it, the greatest thing since sliced bread?
That's so cool.
So, and does it make sense? Does it make sense? Does it make sense why it does that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll let you take 10 minutes to take notes on like 10 characters of text, because I know you're gonna want to, aren't you?
I am right now. Let's count. Enter. For name.
And I just want to say, I don't mean to scare you here, okay?
Okay.
But on average, for people to get an understanding of the fundamentals of this language, on average it takes about 3 to 5 months.
Really?
I don't mean to scare you, but
Why does it seem easy though?
a lot of the concepts are easy, but then there's a few of them like for loops that hit pretty hard. But I'm gonna do my best to explain them when we get there. Okay?
Alright.
Like it took me a few days to understand what a for loop was. Like I knew what it was, but I got confused like what all the things meant in them. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next here? Okay, we can actually have fun. Okay. This is gonna be fun. Yippee, okay. We're gonna get rid of all this. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna create an integer, so int age, okay?
Alright.
We're gonna go ask the user, how old are you? And you should know how to ask something now, correct?
Yes.
You learned. Then we're gonna go input that, so cin. We're gonna have that whatever they input there go into the value of age.
So instead of int main, it's int age, or is it still int main?
It's still gonna be int main, but inside of that we're gonna create a variable of the integer data type.
Ah. Okay.
And now what we're gonna do, if you look at the packet, you see if statements, if else statements, and else if statements, right?
So wait, what?
Now this is gonna look very intimidating at first, okay? In the packet, it's kind of spread out across 2 pages. You see
Else
if
else?
you see if else, else if, correct?
I do.
Now, the example looks kind of intimidating, I'm assuming.
Yes.
I'm going to try to break this down, okay?
Okay.
What we're going to have it do is we're going to have it check to see if a condition is true, okay?
Okay.
So what we're going to do, we're going to say if, in parentheses, we're going to say, like, age, no quotes, because it's the name of the variable, okay?
Okay.
This inside of parentheses, because it's the condition, space, is less than 18, because 18 is just that number, right? And that's the condition. That's what it's checking for. Age less than 18. Okay? When you use these curly brackets, like that.
Age.
This is one of those concepts that can be kind of confusing at first, okay? Don't let it scare you.
Is there parentheses after 18?
There should be the closing parenthesis.
Yeah.
Okay, and then immediately after it should be those squiggly brackets.
What?
Do you see that on
Yeah.
my?
Yeah, I see it.
And then you're gonna say if that, so it'll see, the computer will check if age is less than 18. It's gonna display you are over 18. Okay.
Hold on. I'm watching your stream so I can see.
So anything between these curly brackets will happen if the value of age is less than 18. Yeah, I told you that this language can get kind of complicated pretty fast. But it's one of those things that once you start to do it and understand what it is, you're like, oh wait, that's not that bad, you know.
Yeah.
And
But
then
does it really take people a long time to get the hang of this?
well, we haven't gotten into object-oriented programming yet. That's the fun part. Like classes, structs, objects, inheritance, polymorphism. But that
I'm excited for the inheritance.
recursion, that'll be in functions. But
Right.
that might be a couple days though before we get to that, because there's a lot of other things that would be helpful to know before that, you know. And then if you can run it, and hopefully it'll work. Assuming you didn't forget a semicolon.
I didn't.
Okay, it should ask you, how old are you, correct?
It only says you were only 18, over 18.
It goes straight saying that?
Yeah.
Okay, send me a picture, please. Of, like, the code and everything. I think I know where you went wrong, but I want to take a look. Okay?
Hold on, I see what I did. Int age. Count.
Once we're done with switches, I can teach you how to make a calculator.
Wait, make a calculator?
Like, program one. That'll be
Yes,
fun.
please.
I'll probably do that tomorrow morning-ish, or early afternoon. But you can be excited for that.
18. Over 18.
Okay, Jeopardy theme song, let's begin. Nee, nee, nee. If you need help, let me know. See, if you come to my computer thing, you're gonna be like that really cool kid that knows everything before the teacher says it. One thing I found out is teaching things is a lot harder than it looks. Like teaching a 5-student class kind of like thing.
Did it?
Okay, so does it say how old are you?
Yeah.
Okay, enter 20, okay? Then press enter. It should... Did I mess up? Yes, I did. I used to... Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Okay. You know where Okay. Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Do you see where I went wrong? What condition am I checking for? Do you see that sign?
Look.
I'm checking to see if age is less than 18. I need to be checking if age is greater than 18. That's where I went wrong. I messed up. The fact that I messed up a general knowledge part of this is sad. Okay, how old are you? 20? You're over 18.
Stop program to edit source code. You can't edit source code when
Oh,
programming.
you have to press that red stop button.
Oh. Fix it.
Okay. You will have to flip around that sign if it looked exactly like mine. So I've got a toddler brain right here.
Fine. You are over 18. Perfect.
Okay, now stop the program and run it again and enter a value under 18 and see what happens. Does it just end?
Wait.
Now run the program again and enter a value under 18 and see what happens.
Alright, I'm gonna put 17.
Does it-
Program finished. It
Okay.
only says finished.
Good. That is what should happen because it checks if the value is greater than 18. If it's not, it doesn't do anything inside of that. Does that make sense?
We could end up making a video game with this information.
Okay, now we're gonna have an else statement, okay? Actually we're gonna make it an else if statement. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go else. You see how this is gonna be the same line as before? Like right after the other squiggly bracket.
Yeah.
Else if we're gonna check for another condition. Age. We're gonna see if their age is exactly 18. You can't just say equals, you have to do 2 equal signs. That 2 equal signs is telling the computer to check if something's equal to. 1 equal sign is changing the value, 2 is checking if something's equal to. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if age is equal to 18, then we're going to use curly brackets again. And we're going to go display you are exactly 18.
If that age equal signs 18 curly bracket enter count
I'm going to kind of say this, you can disregard it, kind of like not think about it because it's a different language. But one thing that's different with Python than C++, you know how C++ uses a lot of the curly brackets?
yeah.
Python uses none of those. Well, almost none of them. Like the way that Python does things is like indentation. Like, you know, it means to indent, right?
Yes.
Like that's how Python does things. Like instead of being in curly brackets, it does everything that's indented. It's confusing. Don't think about that right now. I don't want to confuse you.
It's fine.
I feel like this is simpler because it's what I learned first. if I wanted to really confuse you, I'd teach you about arrays right now. Think about a variable that can hold like infinite values. And bam, you're confused.
No, I'm looking over this.
Okay. I'm not going to say that again because I don't need to give you a headache tonight.
Will equal 18 do 18 do.
Well, I also want to say that C++ is also a very fast language.
I know.
I know, I knew that.
18.
Okay,
You are free 18. Program finished with exit code 0 plus entered in exit console.
so it worked?
Yep.
Okay, now we're gonna add one more. We're gonna add the else statement. So now we don't need any condition here. It's just else and then curly brackets. Okay.
I need to do this.
And so if age is not greater than 18, and it's not equal to 18, what does that mean? It will be less than 18, right?
Yes.
So we're gonna output you are less than 18.
So we go down to the other curly bracket. Else if
No, you don't. You don't need an if. You don't need another if here. It's just else. So if age is not greater than 18, it'll check is age equal to 18. No, then it'll do if anything else is true, which is what else is saying. It'll do whatever's in the else statement.
are less than 18. Less than 18. Bracket. Thing above.
Now in the packet is that example kind of starting to make sense now?
Yeah.
I just had to come up with some way to make an example without making it like just copy and paste this, you know.
How old are you? You were over 18. You were exactly 18. You were less than 18. I have it.
So it works?
Yes.
Okay. Congratulations, you made an if statement, an else if statement, and an if else statement.
Yay.
We just got through 3 terms in that. Now, I'm not going to explain switches tonight. Basically what a switch is. Oh, we're getting close to loops. Oh, those are fun. We get to kill the computer tomorrow.
Yay.
But what a switch is, it's, you know how else if statements can get kind of long to write?
Yeah.
A switch is like a long, like multiple else if statements. Like, is this true? Okay, no. Is this true? No. Is this true? No. Is this true? Yes, do that. Done.
Alright.
But I'm not going to explain that tonight. What last thing I'm going to say tonight, otherwise I will forget to do it tomorrow. I'm going to get rid of all the stuff we just did. Rest in peace work. I'm going to explain real quick math, okay? Okay. I am Mr. Bit, and I'm going to start talking, okay?
Okay.
So, I'm going to create a few variables, int x and int y, okay?
Okay.
Those, pretty simple, okay?
Okay.
I'm just going to, and I'm going to go int z. It's going to be like, z is going to be like the result, okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna confuse you here. I should have done this before. I'm gonna make x equal to 3 and y equal to 5, okay?
Okay.
Z is not gonna be equal to anything.
Okay.
So, basically what I did was with x and y, I declared it which the declaration is making the variable, and I assigned a value to the variable, okay?
Okay.
Z is just been declared but not assigned, okay?
Okay.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go Z equals X plus Y. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What does Z equal? You better get this right, come on. If Z equals X plus Y, what is Z? This is where you answer.
I'm trying to think.
What's X plus Y if X is...
Repeat what you said.
Okay,
Repeat what you said.
Z equals X plus Y. What is Z if X is 3 and Y is 5?
8.
Okay, let's see if you're right. We're going to display Z. Okay? We're going to run it. And what is your output? What is that noise?
What?
Okay, it's done now. Interesting. If you display Z, what does it give you?
It's supposed to give you 8, right?
It should give you 8, and if it gives you 8, that means you did it right.
Alright.
Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make these two lines here comments. Okay. You remember how I said you can use those two forward slashes to make comments?
Yeah.
That will make it so that way those no longer exist to the computer. Okay.
Yeah.
So that they don't matter anymore. I just don't want to delete them to confuse you. Okay.
Yeah.
The next thing I'm gonna do. Z equals 3 minus 5. And I'm going to display Z. What is 3 minus 5? Oh, wait, why am I saying X minus... I'm trying to make this computer sciencey right now. What is X minus Y? Negative 2, right?
Yeah.
So it should give me negative 2. Done. Easy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do multiplication and division because I think you have the gist of this. Don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, do I need to explain it? Okay. Now, one more thing I'm going to do. The last thing I'm going to say tonight is I'm going to go int x equals 5. Okay?
Okay.
Now I'm going to display x. And I'm going to have a new line. End line. Okay?
Alright.
You remember how that works, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to teach you real quick how to increment the value by 1. There's 3 ways to do this. You know what increment means? Increase.
Said you
Increase.
were gonna go to bed at 11.
Yeah, I know, but I'm enjoying talking right now. So I'm going to teach you how to increment the value by 1, which is just increase it by 1. There's 3 ways to do it, okay?
Alright.
You can go x equals x plus 1. Probably the longest way to do it, but the easiest way to understand. Then I'm going to display x. Is that okay? Did that make sense, or did I just did I blow your head up?
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Okay. If I don't make sense, please ask me, okay?
Yeah.
So if we run it, it should say 5 then 6. Does it for you?
Huh?
If you run it, what's your output?
5, 6.
Good job. Congratulations.
Yay!
Okay, the next way to do it, I'm gonna keep going, so we're gonna count like 5, 6, 7, 8, okay?
Alright.
We're gonna go x plus equals 1.
Hold on. Do I start over my entire thing?
No,
Or do
just
I
keep going down.
Alright.
We can go x plus equals 1, and then we're gonna display it again. And then if you did it right, it should say 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I've gone through about an hour with some of those kids, and they still don't understand basic output.
And then there's me.
Yeah, you've already done if-else statements. That's good. You've got within 30 minutes, because it took us forever to even get a computer working for you. You've
Not my fault.
You've done more than they've done in an hour. So
Thank you.
so does it give you 5, 6, 7?
Yep.
Good job. Okay. And then the last way to do it, which I will use this so much. Okay. This will be used the most. And it's the easiest way. X plus plus. And then don't forget the semicolon. That's it. That's that simple. Then we're going to display X. And then if you did it right, it should say 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yep.
Okay. Now I'm gonna one last thing I want to do. I keep saying one last thing. I'm gonna go to this. Okay. So if you go see what says save at the top, click that. It should call it saying login. Correct.
Hold on.
This will allow you to save all of your projects to their website, so you don't have to start over every time.
I can't find it.
At the top, that bar where you say run, stop, things like that.
Yeah.
Keep on that bar. There's one that says save.
Oh yeah.
Click it. It should say login.
Do I just click Google?
Google Plus, and then it'll pop up.
About Google.
And just sign in with whatever account you want to use. Just remember what account you use, okay?
I'm just gonna use my favorite account that I use for absolutely everything.
Okay. And then tomorrow, I'll probably do it at about 1 o'clock-ish, just because I don't know if I'm going to wake up at 8 or noon. We might get into object-oriented programming tomorrow. That'll be fun. And that's also where you get to do your inheritance or whatever. But you want to do for some reason, so.
Because I can make my grandparents' inheritance for them. Okay, I just really want this homemade cookie bowl my grandma made.
But if you look at the packet, do you see how it gets a lot more, the example kind of looks intimidating for inheritance?
Yeah.
I bet you don't understand almost any of that. Well, you know, you can do int my num and string my string, right?
Yes.
You know some of it.
Some of it, yes.
But I'll explain what all that other stuff means, either tomorrow or Saturday.
Alright.
So, now that it's officially 19 minutes past when I said I was going to be done, I still have to take my shower tonight.
We better do that.
I'm going to end this stream. I'm not going to hang up yet, though, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, nobody, for watching. Well, maybe 5 people. But yeah, I'm going to stream again just because it's nice so that way you can see what it is, you know. So yeah, bye. Screw you.
Bye.
No, I'm just joking.